Hi, I'm Roberta Hill. I wrote the book Cern in 2012. As I began to study more about Cern, I wondered if maybe there might be a connection between what is going on at Cern and some of the prophecies in the Bible. That's whenever I decided to look up the word ring in the Bible and see what stories were associated with a ring. That's whenever I found Esther 8, which talked about an evil device that Haman had made to get rid of the Jews. And it talked about how Esther fell at the feet of the king and asked him to put away this evil device. The king dealt with Haman, and he took away his ring and he gave it over to the Jews. And I sort of saw an association between Haman and the Antichrist. So after reading that story, I kind of feel like the Antichrist is going to be using Cern for a negative purpose, and that will bring about Jesus' second coming. That's why he comes back, to deal with the Antichrist. So this ring, it's not good or bad. It's how it's going to be used by the Antichrist that will make it an evil thing. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the cross at Cern. There are four main experiments going around the ring at Cern. There's the Atlas detector, the CMS, and the LHCb. Now, if you take and draw a line between their parallel counterparts, you will come up with a huge ring inside of this circle, and it looks like a Celtic cross, really. So I took a look at that big cross and I thought, I wonder where those lines go to. So I decided to trace them out on Google Earth by using the ruler on there. And I found out that the eastern line of the cross goes directly to Iraq. And I believe, if I'm correct in this, I'm not completely sure, it does go into Iraq, but I believe it goes directly to the ziggurat of Ur. And Ur is where Abraham is from, and he was the first Israelite to make the covenant with God. So, but also, another thing is the Babylonian site is close to this line as well, so it could go either way. And I would like to see some other researchers try to pin that down, because I would like to know if it, where exactly it does go to. But it does go into Iraq, either near the ziggurat of Ur or Babylon. Okay, and the west line goes into Central America, and it looks like it goes to a Mayan pyramid, or ziggurat, of the jaguar. So that's an interesting parallel, because you have two pyramids that the line goes in between. And then the southern line goes into Africa, into Algeria, and it actually fits up perfectly with the tabernacle latitude and longitude coordinates that I found. So that can't be a coincidence. The northern line goes up through Tromsø, Norway. I had a friend that suggested that I need to see if there was a connection between Cern and where the Norway spiral occurred. So I checked it out, and it worked out. It fits right. The northern line goes directly to Tromsø, Norway. And since that is where the Norway spiral happened in the sky, I also find it interesting that I found a big geoglyph spiral at Cern, and it's kind of near the Atlas detector. So I don't think that's a coincidence either. And the first time that Cern was fully functional was when the Norway spiral happened. Just after that, they turned off their particle accelerator, and they had a meeting. It was the 153rd meeting, which connects it with the John 21 story again. And the professor that took over was Professor Spiro. I don't think that's a coincidence either. I think that's an inside joke for the spiral. I have a friend, Gary A. David, who has done extensive research about the spiral, and he found out that the spiral was that was seen in the sky was a portal that the gods used. Misui would descend from the sky through one of these spirals. So I think that kind of fits in with the what was going on in the ancient world and what is going on now. The number 153 is symbolic at Cern. The ring has a circumference of 17 miles, and 17 times 9 equals 153. Also, if you add the first 17 numbers together, you will get 153. The logo for Cern also has the Vesica Pisces, or the fish symbol. And we know that the fish symbol was a symbol used in early Christianity for Jesus Christ. The ratio for the Vesica Pisces is 265 to 153. So as you can see, there's a lot of symbolism about the number 153 in John 21 at Cern. Thank you.